and aloha. Good morning. My name is Tom Phillips. This is the Bellflower Unified School District High School Band, consisting of Mayfair High School from the city of Lakewood and Bellflower High School from the city of Bellflower. We are sister high schools. We are here performing for you this morning at the beautiful Moana Center. It is an honor to be with you today, and it has been a wonderful journey in getting here. We arrived on Monday, and we've just enjoyed our time here, and we can't wait for the rest of the week. But for today, for this morning, for now, we are just delighted to play for you. Our next selection, our first selection was Fanfare and Flourishes. Our next selection is entitled Flight of Courage. So one of the things we get to do when we come over here and perform, to which this is probably about my 10th time bringing a group through my career, and it's probably about my 30th visit to Oahu and performing as part of the Hawai'i Invitational Music Festival, is you get to choose your own music and you get to have a great time with it. And this one, it's a tribute to Neil Diamond. And everybody in this entire audience, every level, all the way up, no Neil Diamond, but you're going to be able to hear America, Sweet Caroline, You Don't Bring Me Flowers, Cherry Cherry, and I'm a Believer. I'm dedicating this to my beautiful wife, Kimberly, who has been with me for 40 years, and this is her favorite performer. And we were supposed to do this music as a field show this fall, and it didn't work out. So we dug out this piece of music, and it is for you, my dear wife, Kimberly. There we go. tomorrow night down Kalakaua Avenue, we are going to be part of the Salute to Youth Parade put on by the Hawai'i Invitational Music Festival. And we're going to start at Fort DeRussy and go all the way down to Kapiolani Park. And we're closing down Kalakaua Avenue. Is anyone staying on Kalakaua all around there? All right, parade starts at 6:30. We would love to have you come line that street and come watch this fantastic parade. Opening the parade is the most famous band here on Oahu called the Royal Hawaiian Band. And it's been here for way over 100 years, and they've opened the Salute to Youth Parade pretty much every time we've ever had anything to do with it. You don't want to miss it. Kalakaua Avenue, tomorrow night, 6:30. We'll be at the back end of the parade bringing it down, and we're very excited about that. But also, too, while we're here, we are also going to be visiting Fort Island. Obviously at the Arizona Memorial, and also visiting the USS Missouri, so where the war started to where it sort of ended on the USS Missouri. And so we are going to be visiting there. But not only that, we take the time to honor those in the military that are currently serving and those that gave it all. Our next selection is entitled Service Salute, which honors the Navy, Air Force, the Marines, Coast Guard, and the U.S. Army. And ladies and gentlemen, this is our version of Service Salute. And say thank you for your service. Thank you for those who have served, and thank you for those who are currently serving. Give it up for our servicemen. Thank you very much. Before we play our last selection, I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge what this group has done. Again, this is the Mayfair High School and Bellflower High School. We're sister high schools, part of the Bellflower Unified School District in Southern California. We are located just right by Long Beach, California, if you need a reference for that. But not only that, we are all part of a very special band that performed on New Year's Day. Our two schools run adjacent to a very famous freeway in Southern California called the 605 freeway. And this last January 1st, we combined with the other schools along the 605 freeway and created a mass super band, and we called the 605 All-Star Band. And the students worked tirelessly through the month of December at different events getting ready for that 5.5-mile parade on January 1st. And you can look up the band on YouTube. You can also look up the band on Instagram. It's called the 605 All-Star Band. And it was such an honor to be with all of these students. And so they're used to playing together. And we just had such a great time. And this, our last selection, the Washington Post March, was one of the tunes that we played all the way down Colorado Boulevard in Pasadena on January 1st. Well, before we finish, I wanted to say, and if it's, I'm being videoed right now, I want to make sure we send it to him. The director of the Bellflower Band, one of my dearest friends, I've known him since he was in high school, Omar Vidana, could not be with us on our trip here to Oahu. His students and I are here though, and I just want to say thank you, Mr. Vidana, for sending your kids. Thank you for your dedication to music, and that you dedicated your time this week to your fiance and your newborn child. And so we want to give it up for Mr. V right now. Yes, we do. We love you, Mr. Vidana, and we did this together, brothers. So we're going to end our concert together, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Mayfair High School, Bellflower High School Band, wishing you warm aloha as we present John Philip Sousa's one of his most famous marches, Washington Post. 3, 3.